Not that I think any of these losers that come here tuck their shirts in ever, but they might. Court hearing, meeting their probation officer, that they might tuck their shirts in for that. Maybe at church, they tuck their NASCAR t-shirts into their jean shorts for church. So I am a grown-ass man. Hey, everybody. No, itchy. Hold on. Let me get rid of my itches first. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the MURCA Guns and Freedom Podcast. As always, I'm your host, the Yankee Marshal. And also, as always, this is just an open chat where you can ask whatever question you want, suggest whatever topic you want. We'll talk about it. And it's not just me that can answer your question. Remember, there's other people here. There's 135 people in here right now that might be able to answer your question for you if I can't. Now, chances that I can't slim, since I pretty much know everything. But that's not true. I don't know most things, actually. But if you want to know something, ask. If I can't answer it, maybe someone else can. Now, I like to start off by reading merchandise we've sold, because that does go to support TYMP, and in some cases, pets and vets. But we don't have any orders. We haven't had any orders for 3 days. We are on a 3-day drought as far as orders. So don't got anything to read there. But we do have a new patron to read. We got one regular new patron, and that was Robert Murphy. We got Sean Bain yesterday. We got Robert Murphy today. And we also got Scott74 joined as a free member. Maybe we'll win him over and he'll actually become a paying member. I got like 200 non-paid members. If those people would start paying, I would be doing a lot better. We wouldn't have as big a shortfall for pets and vets every month. But thanks to those people for coming. We got no changes over on Patreon. And like I said, no orders to read. If you want to go over and become a member of this channel, be a Patreon supporter or a Subscribe Star supporter, get yourself one of the patches we offer or anything like that, go over to TYMPpistolproject.com. You can do everything from that website. You can become a patron, you can become a Subscribe Star supporter, you can make one-time donations to any of the programs we run. You can sign up to be a recipient of TYMPPP, where we give 4 families every month a means to defend themselves and their homes, so who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford to do so. And I know a lot of people don't like that because they're like, charity, why should we give people stuff for free? I'm like, well, I don't know, read the Bible. Maybe that'll tell you why. If not, if you don't believe in the Bible, well, then just look up what it means to be a good person, to build good karma. But as I was saying, what was I saying? I forgot now. Oh, you can go over to TYMPpistolproject.com. You can do all that. Register to be a recipient of TYMPPP, support the channel, support the programs, whatever you want to do. There's also a link there where you can go buy merchandise, like the Revolution 2025 shirt here, where Mickey is all prepared for the big revolution that's probably not coming, but he's prepared just in case. So go on over there. And I got a Bigfoot hat on today, and it's not one of mine. It's a Bigfoot Forestry Service hat. So I don't have a hat to sell like that. I got Bigfoot designs over there. I got Bigfoot Jesus, believe it. I got Bigfoot believes in you. That's a Valentine's Day one. I got best gun for Bigfoot. Also got I believe in Bigfoot's right to keep and bear arms. Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. So if you like Bigfoot, go on over and check out my designs. There's some Bigfoot stuff over there. I like Bigfoot. I got a whole room in my house dedicated to Bigfoot. I got a over 9 foot tall, I forget how tall it is exactly, but like a 9 foot tall Bigfoot in my front yard, big wooden statue. I got a Bigfoot ranch sign as you come in. I'm a Bigfoot fan. Got a Bigfoot flag flying at the end of our driveway. So I like the Bigfoot. I'm a cryptids fan, but especially Bigfoot. I don't think Mickey would be on our side in the revolution. Oh, you're so wrong. You're mistaken. You remember that Walt Disney was very, very conservative, right? In fact, a little too much so in some things. He was kind of an anti-Semite. He was kind of a Hitler fan. He was no Henry Ford, but he was kind of bad. So he's not some liberal. Let's just say that. Mickey Mouse is not just some liberal jerkwad. Let's see here. What are we going to do? I was going to go get the questions, wasn't I? Let me see if we got any questions coming in. I got all distracted here. You people are messing me up. Why are you doing that to me for? All right, let's see if we got any questions coming in over here. Remember, we give priority to the super chats, and then we go to the emails, and then we go to the live chat in that order. So let me get over here and get started. Tim Fat Salami, who was on our very first jerk circle in the no FUD zone, I said, if you love guns, you should have a 1911 and 45 ACP. Well, I do. I have multiple 1911s and 45 ACP. Those two Colts are 45 ACP. No, those three Colts, they're all 45 ACP. And that one's a 45 ACP. And so is that one, I think. And so is the Smith & Wesson. So I have several. Or a few, I guess, depends on how you want to, where you want to draw that line. Salvatore Verga. Well, I yelled that, but he donated and got entries into the silver bullet drawing and the double super secret Pico giveaway. But he didn't say nothing. He just donated. A lot of times he donates early because he ain't going to be here because he's got a job. He rubs that in my face all the time that he's got a job. I'm not going to be there. I got a job. I got to go to work, or I've got a family that loves me and I got things to do. You know, fuck you. Rubbing that in my face. I don't like when people rub stuff in my, well, sometimes. Let's see here. Johnny Mandrick chimed in and said, Mana. That's what he's saying. Mana. I hum that a lot. It gets stuck in my head a lot. Mana. I wonder how many people from my generation have that burned into their brain. Phenomena from the Muppet Show, and then he starts to scat, which I'm not going to do the scat portion. John Heasley also chimed in, and what did he have to say? How much more do I have to donate to Patreon and subscribe for a whiskey glass? Well, we'll see, won't we? It'll come when you least suspect it. It'll come when you least suspect it. Because for those of you who don't know, people that show dedication above and beyond to the channel and the things we stand for, like animal care and veterans care and stuff like that, I send some of them a little whiskey glass with a Yankee Marshall posse design on it. There's only like 4 or 5 of you that have them. Where were we? Officer Tater chimed in again. He's being very vocal today. I sent emails. Yes, I saw. Now, the one you sent, the little update, I'd seen that one today already. I don't know who else sent it to me. Someone else has been sending me stuff too. Not as often as you do, but every now and then. The next time I get the chance to listen to Brian from Here's the Deal, I will be more than gladly ask him to come on your show. People, especially bootlickers, need to hear him. I'm more than welcome to give him a voice. I mean, I may not agree with everything he says, but I'm sure we can find some common ground. As long as he doesn't start getting like racist or homophobic or something like that, or anti-Semite, become an anti-Semite or something. Anti-Semitic would be the word I was looking for. And here's the thing, just criticizing Israel or calling Israel on shit they do is not anti-Semitic. If you're not basing it on, their religion and their rule of the world and all that kind of crap, if you're just like, their country is taking advantage of the fact that people are afraid to criticize them and doing shitty things, that's not anti-Semitism. That's just calling out shitty actors on the things they're doing. It's like if a black guy is breaking into your car and you call him a thief, that's not racist because he's breaking into your car. You're basing it on something else. You're not calling him that because of the color of his skin or his ethnicity, anything. You're doing it because you're judging his actions. Johnny Mandrick chimed in again and said, What was the gun you bought, and what's the next one? I'll be putting up a video tomorrow about what I bought, because I wanted to make sure everyone understands what a hypocrite I am. So I did the American guns first, because someone sent me an email. Someone sends me an email with an idea for a video. I usually go with it, because that means I don't got to think of nothing. So, yeah, but you'll know tomorrow. And some people finally did guess it right in the last day or so. And I mean exactly right. Some people got it sort of right, but never got everything. They didn't get manufacturer, model, style of gun, anything like that. They didn't get all of them together. They would get like 2 of the 3 essential things, but not all of them. But it'll be up tomorrow. Paul, along with another one where I modified a little bit. Paul Bidenbach says, "Hail Phil, cannot believe no one chose AR-15 or AK-47. They didn't, did they? Nobody said an AR-15 or an AK-47. That's surprising. I'm sure there'll be some of those in the comment section of the video. We're talking about our earlier video, the shooting the shit episode from today. But yeah, I just realized that when you said that no one chose an AK-47 or an AR-15. Mikey D chimed in and got some entries into the silver bullet drawing and the double super secret Pico giveaway that we can't talk about. Because Paul needs a hand, might as well take a shot or 2 at the Pico. Good. I think you should take more than that. Not today, but eventually over the long haul, you probably take more shots than that. I mean, what you got to lose? Besides some money, but we'll put it to good use. Phil uses it for good things. A good lever action. I got a Marlin all-weather 4570. Well, Marlins are good. I've never had a problem with a Marlin. A lot of people say Marlins are junk. I've owned a lot of Marlins, and they were all really nice. And the new ones that are owned by Ruger, and the way by Ruger is if that little, the little black dot, the little target thing that's black, if it's red now, then it's a Ruger model. But I've just found them to be awesome. I love my little 4570 guide gun, even though I bubbled it up with Superman on the side of it. Don't judge me. You don't have the right to judge me. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Who was that? Who was that just said that? Oh, that was Gilbert Hook. That's the only Gilbert I know other than Gilbert Godfrey, and he's dead. Gilbert Hook is obviously not dead, or at least I don't think so. Someone could be using his name. I don't know. It's kind of like John Ho chimes in here every now and then, and we know what happened to him. We're not going to say it because we don't want her to come after us, but what's the odds we have 2 dead people commenting in our thing? Emmanuel Fernandez said, "Use your wife and kids as models for your shirts in a video. I think it would be fun and make sales." No one wants to see my ugly ass kids. Have you seen how ugly my kids are? Oh my God. And I can say that because since there's no genetics shared, they're adopted. I can say they're without impugning myself. But yeah, they are a fugly bunch. My youngest won't shave his beard off. I don't know why he wants to have that beard. But yeah, they're a fugly bunch. I don't. Like I say, they play Magic. They're nerds. Now, Caden's really into cars, so that's kind of cool. But the older one, I don't know anything he likes other than video games and Magic and anime. Oh, they both like anime. Oh, my God. They're never going to get a girlfriend. They never going to get married and have me little grandkids. I mean, it's not like they're 12 and 17. They're, 21 and 27 now. So, because we adopted when they were 11 and 5. So, yeah, they're getting up there. Where was I? That was Emmanuel Fernandez. I think that was the last chat over there. Let's see. I think we're all caught up. Nope. We got Peter DeBoner chimed in. She's got an email over here I got to share too. The moon clips the Smith & Wesson shipped with their revolvers are junk, but I got some in the mail today from a one-man show in Arizona called Original Precision, and they're great, stainless steel, rugged, very. Yeah, a lot of the ones you get are, a lot of moon clips are garbage. You got to get nice ones if you want to use moon clips. I'm not a big fan of moon clips, but it's just, well, I've used them before. Well, I like the fact that if you carry them in your little pouch, sometimes you can get, if you've got a speed loader pouch, you could put 2 sets of rounds in moon clips in each one. So you have 4 reloads instead of just 2. And I like, because all you got to do is pop it open. You pop it open, stick your finger in the little hole, and it usually will come right out with it. And you just shook, put it right in with your finger. But that was Peter DeBoner. And then we got, oh, surprise, surprise, Jonathan Aho. And he's chimed in. He doesn't say nothing, of course, but he donates. Pays his tithe to Phil. It's mostly just to keep Phil out of their business, I'm sure. But y'all going to have to watch me scratch my back because my back itches. When you're my age, one thing you always got to have around is a back scratcher. I keep these collapsible ones. I hear in one in the car. In the house, I use bamboo ones because they really can get in there. But got to have back scratchers at my age because you can't reach nothing no more. It's like, that's out. That's not my jurisdiction now. It's way out of the frame of where what's this? Oh yeah. Yeah, YouTube is blatantly screwing with me. I pissed somebody off with all my rants at them whenever they do something ridiculous. And they get mad when they like, have I solved your problem? I'm like, no, you didn't even make an attempt to solve my problem. You just repeated a bunch of rhetoric at me and, read from a script for a couple of minutes and did nothing about what I talked about. They really got mad when I called them out on the stealing the money and giving it to charity. I'm like, so you take money that someone else has paid to someone other than you steal it. And not only do you steal it, you don't cancel it and give them their money back. You take the money and then you use it to offset your tax debt by donating it to charity. So you're running a scheme here. That's fraud. And even if you put it in even if you put it in the conditions, you can't write into the conditions that you're going to commit a crime. So that would be invalid. So you're committing a crime. And I said, this is something we should file a class action lawsuit over. And then the screen kind of changed and it sent me to this thing that says, when discussing actions of legal action, blah, 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 you can't talk. We can no longer talk to you about. I was just like, yeah. So you're well prepared for that, aren't you? That's going to happen. All right. I'm bitching, but I'm done bitching. Let's make sure we're done with the super chats here real quick. Jonathan Ho was the last one over here. He is. And we got John Maloney. I didn't call him Peter. I was calling him Paul earlier. Now I'm calling him Peter. Now I just need to call him Mary and we're complete. But he said, emailed you a pic of my 09 Argentine Mauser 30-06. I kept it old school looking. It's a great shooter too. P's and B's, he said. Yes, I've got it open over here to share when I do the emails, which will be right now because we're ready to do emails. Share screen. Let's get to the emails. Boop, boop. Let me get this off the screen so it's not covering it. Where's the one I want to show? Argentinian Mauser pick. That looks like it says it's from 09. That's pretty. It's got nice wood on it, nice scope. It looks very nice. It looks classic, clean. Present, share screen. Next email here. Share. There we go. I see we're talking about rifles tonight. What a coincidence. I remember the Kmart Marlin. I mentioned. If not, that's okay. This is not that. This is slightly more valuable. I thought I was the shit when this got passed down to me. Then some redneck in the Pacific Northwest got on YouTube and showed his John Wayne. So I guess I'm not that special. Well, I mean, those are cool too. It's just not as cool as mine. But while we're here, why aren't we seeing more guns with 30-30? I don't know. Oh, there's more pictures here too. It's got a little coin in it. That's cool. And the corruption thing, or the commemoration. There's where it says Buffalo Bill on the side there. See, that's nice. I'd like to have that. You should give me that. I'll take it off your hands. I'll even give you $50. $50 cash. I'll cash app it to you the day the package arrives at my FFL. Not pay it ahead of time. I think I am some sort of dumbass. Also, let's see here. We got another email coming in here. Boom, boom, boom. We got one from Ghost Shadow too, saying they're screwing me because he's got his notifications turned on, but he's still not getting them. Not surprising. Not surprising. This one is Peter DeBoner. What's with that tattoo down his arm? What's that say? I don't think that even says anything. No. I don't think he can. I don't know if him or his tattoo artist could spell. So I don't think that says anything. But he's got his I support the right to arm bears shirt. Someone the other day said they didn't like this one because he's got a bazooka instead of just like an AAK or an AR. Well, how's a bear going to use something like that? They're going to have a real hard time getting their big old mitts on it. Something like this, it's a little bit easier for them to use. I swear, people don't think things through. Bears ain't going to be using Glocks. I think one of the things they suggested is they should have a Glock. I was like, what? A bear ain't going to be able to use a Glock. Have you seen the size of a bear's hands? Or his paws, I guess you'd say. Yeah, he ain't going to. He ain't going to do that. Let's see. I think that's got us caught up on everything over here. Other than that, from where he just shows a clip of the chat. Let's see. There's Peter D sent me a message that didn't have anything in it. I guess he screwed it up the first time. But all right, let's get over here and see if we got anything coming in the live chat. Let me take a sip of my soda first. All right. See how far up I can go. I just recently purchased a BCM upper. I decided to put the red dot I had on my 5.56 upper on the BCM. Can't decide what to put on my 5.56 upper. I want to put a 4.16, but is that too much? You know, you're asking the wrong person here. Someone in the chat might be able to answer you, but I'm not a scope guy. I'm more of an iron sights guy. I mean, I only have 1, 2. I guess it. I got 2 long rifles in here with scopes, and I got 1 or 2 in the house, but I'm not a big scope guy. I got my Weatherby hunting gun here with a scope on it, and I got my 10-22 zombie rifle with a scope on it, but everything else just iron sights. Because I don't hunt, so I don't really need a scope, to be honest. And I don't shoot long range, so. All right, let's get back to the questions. I like the extra magnification to spot my own shot at long range, but I also go to indoor ranges when I'm too lazy to drive over 2 hours for practice long range, and I thought 4X was too much. Well, see, I can just practice long range by just driving around the corner here, because you go over here to the other side of this little mountaintop, and there's not a public range. It's just a wooded area where people have got a rifle range set up, and it goes out like 200 yards. But I don't do it because I don't really care to do it. It's not my thing. Hopefully someone else will have more information. If you love guns, you should own a muzzle loader. I should. I want one, but I never have gotten around to it. Do you think that the FDA's removal of petroleum-based dyes will drive up the cost of food? I don't know. Why dye food? I mean, people do, but just learn to not eat. It doesn't add to the flavor. It's just the look. So don't mess with it. Like Fruit Loops could all be gray. They'd taste the same. What do you got? Why do you have my notes from my video? Django, what are you doing with that? He's laying in there and he's got the notes from my video. So I don't know if you can see him in there, but see, he's got the notes to my video. See him right there above the range bag that my son left sitting in the floor there? Yeah, see. Don't know what he's doing. Shit. God damn it. I'm knocking shit over and everything else. This John Heasley's fault. Let's see here. Where was I in the question? Astronomy, biology, chemistry, zoology, science, and technology. It's fun, you'll see. What are you wagging your tail at? You see somebody out there. Oh, it's Zyler. A Tesla vehicle whistleblower says that Elon Musk wanted to deport her team for exposing a faulty brake issue. That's not surprising. He's a very fucked up person. A lot of Carmelo Anthony supporters, who's Carmelo Anthony, are comparing him stabbing Austin. Oh, it's that guy that one kid. To Kyle Rittenhouse shooting 3 people. Those 2 cases are vastly different. But are they? Are they vastly different? I don't see how they're vastly different. If that Metcalf kid was attacking him, if that Metcalf kid was attacking him, threatening him, well, then that's not that different. But that doesn't mean they're similar because the circumstances might be completely different for all we know. They're kind of similar. I mean, I think both of them were in a place where they probably shouldn't have been if they had any sense. But that doesn't give someone else the right to physically attack them. So, yeah, I don't know how they're not totally dissimilar on, just a basic level. I'm a furry. I won't judge you if you don't judge me. Oh, hey, I'm judging you if you're a furry. Because I don't understand furries. I don't know which one is the ones that like to have sex when they dress up as an animal, and which ones are just the ones that like to dress up as animals. Because there's like plushies and furries, and I'm not sure which one is the. Well, I don't want to say perverted one because nothing perverted about wanting to have sex. It's normal. You just put a new wrinkle on it when you want to dress up as an animal. But I could think of a lot of people that it would have been a lot easier to have sex with if they had been wearing an animal mask. So. I don't know which one's which. No love for my Daisy Red Ryder BB gun. Well, you go shoot your eye out. You gonna shoot your eye out, kid. I saw you video about not supporting guns made in Turkey. Is the quality known to be bad as well as human rights? I don't think they're bad. A lot of the shotguns they make are excellent. A lot of the rifles they make are really nice. And some of the handguns, mechanics are Turkish guns. They started off a little rough, like a lot of manufacturers do, but they, incrementally got better and better and better within the first couple of years. So I got no fault with their products quality wise. Now, is a Canic a Walther? No, a Canic is not a Walther. Wasn't priced like a Walther either back in the day. They might be now. But my problems with them are their human rights issues. They are horrible. And that dictator of theirs, Erdogan, when he staged his fake coup several years ago so that he could take over the government, get rid of the court system and all this other stuff, and bring in more Muslim influence into the government, I can't support that at all. Did you ever catch that bear that stalked you shooting your Boberg? No, I don't want to catch him. I don't got no need to catch her. I don't think she was stalking. She was just curious. If she'd been stalking, I probably wouldn't have seen her. She was just curious. She came, stood up, and looked at me. And then she ran immediately when I saw her. It wasn't like I had to bluff her or anything else. She just, as soon as she saw me, as soon as I saw her, she was gone. I don't know if I've seen her again or not. I've seen other bears, but I don't know if it's her. I don't know if that was the one that lives on my property because, or comes to my property all the time, because I think that one might live at the bottom of our hill because there's a cave down there. But where I saw that bear is just on the other side of the hillside there. So, I mean, it's well within her roaming range to eat. So it might have been the same bear I see in my yard. I don't know. I'm a little bit racist when it comes to black bears. I have a hard time telling one from another. They all pretty much look the same to me from a distance. And I know that's racist, but Crazy Pitbull said, favorite home defense shotgun. Well, probably my Benelli. That's what I have in my bedroom as my go-to. But then I got my trench gun in the living room. So which depends which room I'm in. Either be my trench gun or my Benelli M4. Crazy Pitbull also said Dan Wesson Classic in 45 or SIG P229. Well, I'm assuming the P229 will be 40 instead of 45, or else it'd be a 220. So I'm going to say the P229 is better overall gun. Now, unless you're just getting it as like a collector's gun or something to take to the range, well, then maybe the Dan Wesson. But if you're wanting it as a duty gun, the SIG all the way. Gary told us he used to dress up like a werepossum before he fondled him. Gary didn't tell you nothing. Gary did. You can't believe anything Gary says. Anyway, he was an habitual liar when he was alive. Habitual. Is Bigfoot still alive? Which one? Are you asking about a specific one, or like, is there one that owes you money or something and you're worried? I don't know. I assume some of them aren't. I don't think they live forever. So I'm sure some are, some aren't. Well, I almost rewatched I was putting on movies last night and I was like, let's watch a movie I've seen before. And I'd forgotten that was the one where at the beginning they kill the baby Bigfoot accidentally. You know, they're driving along, they hear something hit their car. They go out to look, and they don't see anything, but they hear the mama Bigfoot sobbing and then the mama Bigfoot goes on to take revenge on them. And I'm like, I can't watch this again. This one's too sad. It was the saddest Bigfoot movie I've ever seen. I felt so sorry for her, and I so wanted her to kill every one of them. Falling asleep at the wheel, ran into her baby. You know, probably, I don't remember if they'd been drinking or not, but they probably had. They're like 20-somethings. I don't trust them. What are your thoughts on a Mini 14, yay or nay? I got one, so I guess yay. I was thinking of getting one, but I don't know much about them. I got one of the ones so that I could build the A-Team one. I got that one right there, and I love it. It's awesome. And I want a Mini 30 to go with it. I just don't have the money right now. I have to make choices. I can't just go buy everything I want. I have to spread it out. Which some people would say, well, that makes you appreciate it more. If you were rich and could just buy what you wanted, you wouldn't appreciate it. And I'm like, are you fucking retarded? I would much rather be able to buy whatever I want whenever I want. And when I got bored with it, I'd buy something else. Even if I got bored faster. So what? I can get something else because I'm rich. So shut the fuck up, you dumbass. It's not better to have to spread it out. You're fucking crazy. Did you hear that Larry from Larry's Pistol and Pawn passed away about a month ago? I did not hear that, but I'm surprised he was still alive. I mean, he looked pretty old back in the day when I was there buying stuff, and that's 30-something years ago. He wasn't a youngster then, and he didn't appear to be taking care of himself. So I'm surprised it's just now that he died. Where are we out of time? Oh, we're out of time. Why didn't anyone? What's this? The two kids were at a school sports event, not going to bother learning names. Yeah, I don't know their names. I don't really care enough about it, to be honest. I mean, either it was self-defense and it should be free, or maybe it's a lesser charge because maybe he instigated it, or he's a murderer and he should go to jail. And however it turns out, it's going to have no effect on me at all. So I don't really care all that much, to be honest. I don't understand why so many people do care so much. Why they have to make it an affront on their own personal existence. Because, you don't got anything to do with it. The two kids were at a school sporting event. The black kid was suspended at the time for bringing a knife to school. They were from different schools. Black kid entered the tent for students of other school and was told he had to leave. The white kid killed was part of the sports team participating and supposed to be there. Tent belonged to his school and team. Couple different sources saw last week. Well, yeah, I saw all that already too, but none of that adds up to whether the kid attacked him and whether he, my kid almost got suspended for taking a knife to school. So don't really put too much in that. That doesn't really have a lot to do with the case. What I want to know is, did he go in there in a friendly manner and talk to someone else that was there? Like maybe he has a friend on the team and he was being cordial and friendly with them. And then this kid came in, and I have seen reports that this kid and his brother were huge bullies, assholes even. So did he come in and then start just being an asshole to the kid and maybe physically assault him because, shove him, knock him down, threaten to hit him, or what? I got to know what happened before I make a judgment. And I'll probably never know what happened because I don't care enough to follow it. I don't make snap judgments on these things. Well, I mean, I do. Everybody's got a snap emotional reaction to things, but then you got to find out the truth before you have a real opinion. And I really don't know if I care enough to form a real opinion or not. When I hear the verdict from the court case, I'll be like, well, I guess he was guilty, or I guess he was not guilty, or there wasn't enough evidence to prove he was guilty. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to be on the jury, so it ain't going to really affect me. All right, that's it for today. Let me make sure I'm all caught up on the super chats because I haven't looked in a little while, but I haven't seen anything come in, so we should be fine. Nope. There's one or two more over here. Got to get before we get out of here. Paying my tithe, missing y'all. What's your opinion on Trump right now? What's going on with the tariffs? Well, that ain't a very small question at all. But Daniel Pint, who hadn't been here for a while, and where he's at. Give me that I have a family or a job bullshit. I don't like people rubbing that garbage in my face. But what's my opinion on Trump right now? Probably the same as it has been. I'm not a Trump derider. I'm not a Trump supporter either. I don't like any politicians. I think they're all corrupt. To what level is the only question when you're talking about how corrupt is a politician or leader or whatever you want to call them. I do wish he'd quit dragging his feet on gun rights and actually do something instead of just doing empty gestures. I want to actually see things get done. And I know he might be afraid to try because he's afraid if he tries and fails, that'll show that everybody doesn't just do what he wants. And it'll weaken him in the eyes of his supporters. But I'd rather see him try and fail because at least he's trying to fulfill his promises. But otherwise, I don't think he's the Messiah. I also don't think he's the devil. So I don't really have any changed opinion of him other than, midterms are coming and you better hurry the fuck up. So, and what's going on with tariffs? I don't know. I know my 401k is fucking through the floor, but lost 28%. So, but other than that, I don't know much about most things. Christian Carlson chimed in and said, trying to win the Pico, I guess. Pico. It's just Pico. He put a Pico. He wanted to add a yo in there, I think. But yep, it's right here. It's so hard not to pick it up and show it. But mint condition in the box. Can't get it anymore. It's a true pocket gun. 380, stainless steel, modular. You can change out the grip. It's green right now. You can put it back to black if you want, or you can get you pink. I think there's purple, maybe even. Yeah. That was Christian Carlson getting a couple entries into the Pico drawing. All right, that closes us up or finishes us up for the day. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I will see you all again tomorrow. Thanks to everybody who buys merch. Ain't nobody bought merch in days. Go buy merch. Jesus Christ. This wouldn't kill you wearing this fucking shirt. Go get it. Like I'm asking the world or something. It's for the puppies. because this is in the new merch section, and Mickey Mouse is a mammal. He's a mouse. He's got titties. I know you can't see them, but he's got them. He's got titties. Well, his bandoliers are covering them. He should have 6 of them, I think. Is it 6 or 8 he should have? Might be 8 since he's a mouse. But he's got titties. Nipples. Let's just say nipples. He's got nipples. But thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for everything you do for the channel. I appreciate it. I will see you all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.